welcome back to Secrets of the Opposite Sex. I'm your host, Tasha Ray, and tonight's conversation should be nice and juicy because we're talking about exes with three of my faves. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's going on?
Happy to be here.
So let's start, ladies first. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Brittany. I am 35 years old and I am single.
Mark, old enough. And I'm living my best life.
She is to the best life. She is
Okay.
Cheers to the best life. Hey, yo, that's Drew Comments. I'm 36 years old, at least for the next 2 weeks, and I'm single as of right now.
All right, so guys, just how we do it every week, we're gonna pull some questions from the app Secrets of the Opposite Sex. We're gonna talk about some exes. So let's jump it off. So, what would your exes say you need to work on before you get into another relationship?
It's funny.
It's the faces for me.
Everyone, like all of them. You don't have that much time.
My ex would say I need to be more intentional. I think she would say that she had a British accent, so she would say something like, "You need to have more attention with it, and just put the pedal to the metal and just go where you want to go. Because it just seemed like we were going nowhere." You stop messing with her. It's fine. She's moved on with her life. I ain't doing it. Anyway, that was a long time ago. But no, I think I would she would say that, just being intentional and just making sure that I'm ready to put the effort in to build a life with somebody. She also would say, I need to focus on making the woman feel appreciated every day and not ever falling off. We actually had a conversation at the beginning of the pandemic. We hadn't been together for a while, and we just cleared the air and got over that. And she said that there was times where she felt at one point where I wasn't excited to see her. It was like I was detached, and she thought it was her when it really wasn't her. It was a completely different situation altogether. She was actually the best thing I had going for me.
Was she accurate?
In a way, because I was dealing with depression at that time, and in that state, I there's a new experience for me, and I tend to shut down, and I don't express like how I feel and stuff. And she thought it was her. And I'm like, nah, you literally are the bright spot in my life right now. Had we had that conversation, that's what I would have told her. But there's a whole bunch of other things I was dealing with. Everything I was working with professionally wasn't working. I was broke, you know what I'm saying? I was going for different jobs and I was hearing no, 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 getting rejected. I started feeling down. I remember I was trying to get my YouTube channel to pop. I was trying to get that going and creating more and more like fantastic content, and nothing was working. I just felt like everything I was touching was falling apart. Yeah, I could have done a better job of just dealing with that and just at least showing her appreciation.
That's fair.
Okay, so I will say that I have an anxious attachment style. Like, I was very attached to my partners. Like, if I felt that they weren't showing me the love and appreciation that I needed, I'd be like, oh, they don't care about me. And then these stories start running in my mind. I start making up stories like, oh, he must have somebody else, or he's doing XYZ, he's doing this. And then next thing you know, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and I just can't control myself.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go too far back. You know, last time I can consider it like a real ex, I was married, so.
I mean, that's a real ex. Like, I don't think it get any realer than a marriage.
Like, dang.
So that's nah. I mean, you know, she gonna say everything bad, but you know, that's what therapy's for.
Yeah. I mean, but anything that she would say, do you feel like she might have a point on that one, or you feel like it's all just coming from anger, so you wouldn't know what's, you know?
I mean, I think she has some valid points as far as like disconnected. I think it's hard to say, like, you know, for her it's valid. You know, that's what she felt. So as far as like for where I sit in it, yeah, I can see where I was that way, but I feel like I had the right to be there in that moment.
It's like, do you think men and women cheat for the same reasons?
No.
Well, men and women agree on that one, okay? Like, that was a resounding no.
Start with what cheating is.
Well, what is cheating to you? Because that is a blurry line sometimes. And I don't
I
like
think it matters to both people, both individuals. So like, okay, I mean, if you entertaining somebody with your intimate details of your life and you having conversations with them about how you feel, how your day was instead of your partner, isn't that cheating?
Intimate.
Anything after that is like, it's all downhill from there. Anything else you do after that.
I agree.
When you start talking to someone about your day and you're having these intimate conversation and you have this emotional attachment to someone, you could never even have sex with them or touch them. To me, that's still cheating because it's like you're looking forward to this person. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like when women cheat is usually because the man in our life, like they're lacking something. They're doing something. We probably told you a couple times, like, hey, because I feel like we're really good communicators. We're like, listen, I done told you. And then you kind of just what you got to say for him?
How'd you tell him?
Me and Mark did the same gesture. You like, really? I put a hand over the mouth like,
you didn't tell him. You didn't tell him.
And to quote my girl Danny from the last episode, because you heard me the first time when I said what I said. So clearly, you know how I feel.
How do you figure that we know?
Listen,
just because you say something to him,
I'll be knowing.
That's not true. Just because you say something to him, right?
You heard me.
It don't mean he understood you. And maybe he tired of just hearing
y'all aren't dumb. I know y'all can be a little right sometimes, but y'all ain't dumb. You know? Come on now.
But okay, what point in life are we talking about?
Grown now.
Okay, now, sure, yeah. Okay, but I can go back 10 years and this shit I'm gonna miss.
Okay, fair.
I go back 10 years from now.
I'm gonna need you to have your big lessons learned by this point. Like your big heavy lessons by mid to late 30s learned by now.
Yeah. You haven't been in like a serious relationship.
That's interesting.
Intellect and like communication about really how you feel and where you were and what you were going through in life. And you were just together for a long time. That happens. People spend a long time together and really don't move anywhere.
And then, but that tells me a lot about you.
Yeah.
That you stayed in a relationship, a stagnant relationship that had no future, and you were okay with that for an extended period of time. So that worries me.
I feel like men do that a lot.
Absolutely. If you let them, that's what they're gonna do. Play in your face.
Okay.
Play in your face and let your time.
I just want to rewind back to the part where you cheating is my fault. That's what I'm trying. Like, how is your actions result of me like what I got going on? Like, what happened to accountability? Hold up, wait a minute. Or was he lacking something?
I didn't say that it was right if I did step out, but I do believe that women more often than not will let a man know, like, hey, babe, this is how I feel. I would like us to have more communication. I would like us to do this. And I feel like sometimes men don't take it serious and they're just like, all right, I'll try better. I'll try more. And then they move on.
So when I came home, we had a conversation, whatever, fast, long and short, I said something to the effect of, you're at risk for me cheating on you, where we are right now.
You said that?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, now look, how would you feel if your man said that to you?
You're at risk for me cheating on you?
Mm-hmm. And he's told you why, right?
I would have been like, you don't have to worry about me.
So you out. So he could.
I wouldn't give that energy because I would actually appreciate him coming to me because, you know, a lot of people just do it. And there is.
But to say it like that.
I mean, I don't like the word choice. That's not cute.
Right.
But
hey, baby,
the sentiment, I understand. Like, you're not happy. Clearly, there's something wrong. There's a disconnect. And you're telling me this because you don't want to do this. I mean, because if I don't think anything's wrong, because a lot of times people are in these situations and they don't know that something is wrong and the other person is just getting their needs met somewhere else. And they don't find out until the need has been met.
I can appreciate that. I guess I just didn't appreciate the wording, but I guess like I got to get over that.
It was real bad.
How many
times was bad? But if you would say like, hey, like if you communicate to me things that I can actually fix within our relationship, yeah, sure, let's do it.
But so men don't speak through feelings. Like we don't talk to each other in our feelings. You're never going to convert to how we speak. We're never going to to how you speak. So how do you understand that if a man speaks direct, that's just how he speaks, and you can't allow the words to trigger you. And if a woman speaks all over the place, you gotta be patient and listen.
So how would you want to be told if you were in a relationship and you weren't happy, or like or you thought everything was okay, but your partner wasn't happy? How would you want her to approach you with that? Like, I feel like, listen, somebody over here sparking some things that you ain't sparking. How would you want her to approach you?
Why not say what you really think in your mind about how you see that dude instead of trying to sugarcoat it and wrap it up in like these extra feelings to deliver it on this nice plate so he's more confused instead of like, damn, yeah, shorty just basically told me she gonna smash dude if I don't get my shit together. Isn't that just a straight up, this is where I'm coming from? And then he can deal with it how he wants to deal with it. And most guys are probably gonna take it the wrong way. But that's why I'm asking you, where are we at in our timeline? And their emotional intelligence, how far are they in that? It's different.
Well, I also think though, when women care for someone, especially a significant other, we don't want to just say things bluntly like that. It's kind of, because I love you, I want to break it down to you in a way that you understand without coming off as being harsh. Like, baby, I love you. I want to be with you. I see a future with you. I just wish that you would work on these things instead of saying, well, bitch, listen, if you don't get it together, I'm out here gonna be fucking Keisha. Like, I don't want.
What would you tell your friend though?
Well, of course, you mean like my friend if I'm talking about my man?
Just say, what would you tell your friend? You defining it. Me, I said, what would you tell your friend? And you were going down the road, now you snatch back. And you like, let me think about this before I answer. I'll wait.
Like, okay, so just to make sure I understand and I answer it correctly, you're saying like, what would I tell my friend if she were going through the same thing?
What would you tell your friend to do in any scenario when it was something that you didn't like that she was doing? How would you tell her?
I would still tell her in a nice way. Like, I think I've had these conversations with my friends and been like, listen, I love you, but these things bother me. Like, I feel like that's usually the conversation. Like, I don't feel like it's ever, if I've ever had a friend that was that blunt with me, we're probably not friends anymore. I don't want to be friends with someone who doesn't care to break things to me in a way that I'm able to digest it. That's just the way I am.
So then that would be something that would be a characteristic that I think if somebody is close to you, that you should share. Because before you even get like, once you like, okay, hey, we tight, we hang out a lot. Hey, just FYI, like if you're blunt with me, I'm gonna take that shit the wrong way. Because me and you would never get along.
I feel, because that's not how I deliver, especially with my friends. I feel like I am that friend. Like, if you don't want to hear it, I'm the last person you're gonna tell. I don't like when people skirt around stuff and talk around stuff. Like, I want to be honest with you because I hope you're gonna give me that in return. Because if I'm asking you, I'm not asking you because I want you to agree with me. I'm asking you because I really want your opinion, like, on the matter. So, obviously I'm trusting you if I'm asking for your advice in the first place. So I mean, I'm not a sugarcoater. So in my relationships, in my friendships, so I'm like kind of like you, Mark. Like, I'm very direct, because if I can't be blunt and honest with my close friends or my man, who I don't understand. Like, I feel like I got to do a lot of sugarcoating at work. I got to do a lot of sugarcoating with people that I don't talk to on a regular. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or whatever, but I don't want to have to like censor myself.
Plus, diabetes
be able to
is
have
real
a
too.
conversation.
I do think there's a healthy balance between not sugarcoating too much and also just not going through and blasting through somebody like you a juggernaut. I still want to rewind to this part where you said that you cheating is my fault, because again, the idea here's the thing, right? It was like, yes, something was lacking. No, it wasn't nothing lacking. You had another opportunity. That's what happened. And you're like, you know what? The situation that I'm in right now is not worth me, is not worth me passing up this opportunity that I can have, right now. Like, think about this real quick. Think about how much work it is to meet somebody that's cool enough for you actually want to kick it with, or somebody cool enough that you even want to just, okay, I like you enough to the point where I would want to sleep with you or do something like that. And, single life. And now think about like how much work you had to put that same effort even when you in a relationship, bro. On the side, with like this is more than just I'm missing something, I'm lacking. Like this was a decision. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that, and I'll be honest with you, even with men, I know I hear brothers all the time. They be like, yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? We just cheat, you know what I'm saying? Because it was there, bro. You had to put in some work for that, bro. Ain't nobody just that dude unless you know you got like a platinum album out. You on tour. I understand they throwing at you. That's a different situation. I get that. It's still messed up, but I can understand how that's being done. But the regular dude, bro, nah, man, you had to. What's up? How you doing? What's going on? You had to act like you ain't had no girl, or maybe you said, you know, you made some lie. Yeah, I got a girl, you know, but things ain't going too well right now. She's like, oh, that's too bad, you know. And man, you made it seem like stuff what it really was. Like that took work. That's what I'm saying. So like, I feel that men and women cheat for the same reason. I'm gonna tell you straight up, and the reason is don't value the relationship I'm in to pass up an opportunity that I put work in to even get in the first place. That's really what it comes down to. But it ain't my fault that you cheated. It ain't your fault.
Did I say those words though? I'm confused. I didn't say it was your fault.
You insinuated. You said something was lacking. It's giving. Not
clearly
giving.
wasn't giving enough, but
his fault.
That's what you said.
Hey, I can't argue with you on that one. Yeah, that's real talk.
That's work, bro. Like you got to find somebody. You know how long it took me. I got to New York. I'm like, okay, man, where these girls at, man? I went to a couple parties. I was like, nah, her, no. This ain't right. I had to get lucky, go to Brooklyn, stop partying. I was like, oh, here they go. You know what I'm saying? Like it took work. You gotta hit up text. How you doing? What's up? You gotta give them a little bit, but not too much. You don't want to scare them off and all of that. You know how hard it is to be cool, like new cool, when you already in a committed relationship, when you 100% comfortable. Like when you just go to your girl, so just the nastiest stuff on the top of your head. Hey, baby, let me. Let me keep the PG-13. I don't want to go too crazy, but you know what a text message look like between when you're in a relationship. That nasty stuff. You be sending memes and stuff. Hey, let's try this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta meet somebody new. You gotta be real nice and pretend to be an angel and all that. So what do you like to do? Oh, well, I mean, I just, nah, man. That's a decision. Well, that's all I'm saying. It's a decision. It's an effort.
I mean, but aren't there different levels of cheating? I feel like you're talking about them cheating more of like where you really gotta put in some type of like you gotta do the legwork. There's plenty of women that'll just have sex with you just because you did a kissy face to them or something.
Where that? I'm joking.
You know what? I don't know, but
yeah, out there. I mean, I've heard some stories.
They really out there. There's women who do that to you just for some fact that they like your body. Like it does exist. I understand that. But here's the thing: anything that you're doing with somebody that you would not do if your significant other was sitting right there in that room, that's cheating. I'm sorry. Like right up. Like I can have a conversation all day about I don't know, just regular stuff or politics or something. Ain't nothing cheating about that. Or health or microbiology. Ain't nothing cheating about that. If I'm sitting there talking to you like, so what you be liking to do on the weekends stuff for real? Yeah, you know me. I'm the type of guy to let now if your girl was sitting right there, you wouldn't be in them in-depth conversations and stuff, asking her. You know what I'm saying? What she like to do, what her nightly routine is, if she like to oil her legs up after she get out the shower, how many different body butters and lotions she put on. And you ain't even touch it. That's cheating.
You ain't never had no in-depth conversation with a female while you was in a relationship?
I've had it. Oh, not like that. Nah, no, not like that. I don't do that. No. I don't play. Hey, what Jay-Z say? Hey, the nigga don't play.
Well, that leads me to my next question. So have you guys ever cheated? Like, have you guys been a cheater in a relationship?
Nope.
I had.
What's up, Brittany? How you doing?
You know what? I wasn't surprised by either of your answers. You don't seem like a cheater, and you kind of do. That's why I was like, yeah.
A long time ago.
Not about right.
Yeah, but that was a very long time ago.
How long?
I mean, let me think. Early 2000.
Okay.
Oh,
that is a long.
You were young.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now it's okay. The fuck?
Well, you were young. I told my son, like, I was just having this conversation with him.
But you were like, nah, because you seem like a cheater.
I mean, you do.
But the funny part about it is, if whether I did or I didn't, you're going to assume that one way or another just off of how I look.
No, it wasn't off of how you looked.
That's what I said. What I said?
Because you look like Common that he gonna be a cheater. That's crazy. Why would you?
I would cheat on her if she did, like, because she wasn't changing her ways. That's why.
No, I think it was just I just came to that conclusion by the whole conversation. It wasn't just because of how you look. Sure, that maybe that plays a little part. You know, yeah, maybe.
Wow.
All right, you got me. You got me. Listen, I don't know for sure if you were a cheater, but you
Taking holes. You keep falling in them. And
Have you ever been a cheater in your past relationships?
When I was younger, I cheated one time.
What
Younger?
What led you to cheat?
It was only revenge. He cheated on me, so I just was doing it just to get back.
So you're spiteful?
You said, am I spiteful?
Spiteful?
Absolutely, yeah.
Still today?
Am I spiteful today? No, I've gone through therapy. I did 3 years of spite. 3 years. Of therapy.
You can't do this. Come on now.
No, I'm not spiteful anymore. I have been spiteful in the past. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did it out of spite.
If I had a notepad with little red flags in it, it'd be popping up.
I do have a notepad right here, and it says Mark, and then it has like 5 red flags next to it right now.
Oh, that's good. No, my thing is, I think that's kind of interesting. Like, and I think cool is the wrong word, but I have no other word for it, so I'm going to say cool. That once you got cheated on, you were able to cheat back. Like, oh, word, watch this, bam! Like it's like a card there, like to put. Because I'll be honest with you, look, even if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got like who gonna be down? Like that's quite a move right there. I'll tell you what, I ain't never
start with someone you've already started with in the past. Maybe you're not gonna find somebody like that's how easy it is.
Don't be giving him advice on how to cheat.
Nah, I need to figure out how this works.
She had one in the back. She had one on the shelf ready to come down at a moment's notice.
I mean, and here's the thing: I can't say that it's outlandish because I've never cheated, but I've been the other guy. I certainly have done that, so I have been the cause of someone cheating, or at least an accessory to a cheating crime. But what I'm saying is, like, for me, I've never done it because I don't know. I got a problem with being wrong. I don't like being wrong, and I feel like if I cheat, then that's me admitting that I chose the wrong person. I can't live with that. So, no matter how bad stuff get, I'm just gonna ride it out because my ego tells me I got to be right about the situation. The other part about that is I just usually choose to stay single. Like I don't even get in a relationship unless I'm with a woman who I know for a fact I ain't cheating on her at all. Like no, like I ain't I don't care what happened. I would not do that. I've been in situations, and you talking about exes. I was with a girl, and she made me wish I cheated. I was like, I might as well. Dang.
No, well, why do you feel that way?
Because ain't no worse than getting accused of being cheating, like being accused of cheating when you ain't doing it. I'm like, well, shoot, you gonna keep saying that? I might as well go. Hey, let me earn it. You know what I'm saying? At least do that. Let me earn. You know.
So, if you get cheated on, are you taking that person back, or have you taken people back that have cheated on you? And if so,
yeah, I have.
Well, why not?
Me and Mark on the same page. We like,
oh, it's so funny. Like, what men never like.
Men never.
They get cheated on one time, just ruins them for life.
And y'all need to learn.
Most of my relationships.
I think it really depends on the scenario. In all actuality, and if you married, I think it's a little different.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I still lean real heavy towards, like I said, it probably depends on the whole scenario, how long you've been together, how serious your relationship is, what were the circumstances. Like, you know, people done took people through some crazy shit before, and then something happens and it's like, yeah, well, he cheated on me. Well, yeah, you was crazy.
Under what circumstances would you take somebody back?
I was in a relationship, cheated on, we were married, split up for a while, got back together, tried to make it work. It never worked in the long run, clearly, but got past the whole cheating part. but I know I wasn't there. I was more about doing me. Went to work, came home, took care of home, get on my bike, go ride, come home, rinse and repeat. I wasn't really in my marriage in the way you should be in a marriage if you want to be in a marriage.
Mm.
But other than that, you can get past stuff. Look, dudes be getting cheated on. Don't think they don't. They just don't tell. For real. Think about it. Like come on now. I never really been a person that was a cheater as far as like cheating on with somebody that like a woman that's in a relationship when I did cheat. But women cheat. Y'all know it. And they do it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha been over there like this. Tell me more.
What about you, Tasha?
I'm the host.
Right.
You over here like,
Yeah.
Next.
I have cheated and I have cheated with people.
Oh.
They probably deserve different.
Not recent. This was very, a while ago. Well, not wasn't most of it. But yeah, I've done the
all of us on here, I feel like most of our cheating has been done in previous years, like a long time ago. I don't think that any of us on here would be cheating like present day. Maybe Mark, but I'm just kidding, Mark. I'm just kidding.
Would you get back in a relationship with anybody from your past?
Don't go.
Anybody's been in the block?
When you say like you mean like an actual relationship? I'm talking about like somebody you were in an actual relationship with, or somebody y'all was like just talking. Anybody was in an actual relationship with? No. Yeah.
Progressive relationship, sure. Like you
if
further, you got a little further.
Okay, so somebody you got to test the waters with, but it never like made it all the way. You might spin the block for, but nobody you were actually committed to. You feel like you want to see them in a commitment ever.
Yeah, no.
They just happen to get on at another exit.
Okay. All right.
But no go back. That's for real. That's like no go back. That's like I made that rule up in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Go back.
I spin the block for if we were talking and stuff fizzled out. But yeah, anybody I was in a committed relationship, because the women I actually talked to were actually pretty cool, just stuff fell apart or whatnot. But yeah, anybody, the ones that I was committed to, they've moved on with their life so far now. You know what I'm saying? They got kids. It's just, we're good. We're good.
15
kids.
Yeah,
you said what?
The plural. Know how you feel about multiple kids.
Don't work. No go back.
Yeah, one child is fine. One child is fine, but no kids. No, we're good. But nah.
So when you break up with someone, do you believe that closure is necessary to move on?
Nope. I do. I be invested. Let me tell y'all something about me, man. I be emotionally dug in. All right, heels. You know what I'm saying? Like the cleats. Yeah, like I want to act like I'm tough, like because there's a toxic side of me and there's a real side. Toxic side of me walk away like I just feel like I'm Batman, right? But like it's hard for me to really rest in that. If I truly care about you. I found that out not too long ago about me. That I'm still, I still like, listen, maybe we could work. We could work it out. I look, let's just have a conversation.
Wait, Drew, I have a question then. I have a question.
What's popping?
So you seem like an emotionally in tune person. So why wasn't your British girlfriend happy? Like she said that you weren't.
Oh, y'all went all my business. That's crazy.
Oh,
all
right.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened. No, we were happy. We were happy. It was a long distance situation, but the main thing was money back then. I was in my 20s.
Okay, got it.
I won't make it nothing. And I was like really hustling, really grinding to like increase it. I'm seeing my friends, they buying houses and stuff. I'm like, hold up, let me I'm smart, graduated from prestigious university. I got all these talents. Go ahead and put go ahead and grind it out. And I put effort. I'm talking about boom, making sure I in my professional job and my side hustles, all that, and everything was just failing left and right. And I just was like, yo,
Oh, okay, that's all I want to know. I just was trying to make it make sense in my mind. I was like, okay, you seem like okay.
I ain't had no money. That would have would. Once I got some money, I was everything was all right.
I think how Drew said, no one that I was in like an actual relationship with, but like someone that it might like, yeah, I have a couple situationships where I'm like, what, Mark? What, Mark?
You got a lot of shit with you, yo. You got real specific for a moment because you got excited. You perked up when you had the opportunity.
Oh no. If you actually knew me, Mark, you would know I'm just a very animated person. Okay.
So you didn't think about a specific person?
I thought about specific people,
but not no one.
Mark, what about you?
How you get back at me?
What's up with you?
He said no go back. I don't understand what we talking about. I said,
is it because they wouldn't take you back or because you wouldn't like?
I know no go back from experience.
Oh.
From experience. So what happened during
which
that?
go you want to talk about? They all ended badly. All of them. Go backs never.
So it just went burst. So when you went back to something that already ended, like, you went back, tried it again, and it was only worse.
It ended badly. Just we tried it again. Never.
I think that's interesting. If you already had a negative experience with someone and your situation ended badly, not on the best terms, and you didn't want to talk to this person, what would make you feel like, ooh, if I do this the second time, this shit's gonna work? Like, what makes you feel like the same things won't happen or that people are not still who they are at the core?
People go back after like a couple of weeks. People go back after a few months. People go back after a few years. People go back after like 10 years. Depends on the scenario. So you might have thought the person grew or understood, like, oh, you went to therapy and you figured out some stuff and you got it together. Now you're like, okay, yeah. I think we can do this. But you didn't do nothing, right? He didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing, vice versa, whatever. Either which way. If you're not working together to move forward, and most people are not doing that at the same time, it's not going, don't go back. Just move on. It was a lesson.
I think my problem would be like my memory is long. So like even if we in the our fresh turn, like you do something to piss me off and you put me back into where I felt the first time, the first go round. That's why I don't think I could go back, because I feel like I will always go back to the initial failed relationship and how that made me feel the first time that you let me down or you hurt me or you do something similar to what led to us not being a thing the first time, if it was on you. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you this. If every time you have that experience where somebody hurts you a new way or bad experience or the relationship completely, it's over, how many of those do you keep carrying with you? Because you're going to heal from them, right? You're going to quote unquote heal from them. But the more they add up, whether you think you've healed from them or not, that's still a red flag for you, which would have been something that you might have been able to let go. But now it's like, no. So when them red flags start adding up, after a handful, it's going to be hard for you to keep moving forward. You're going to be stuck on stop.
I feel like those relationships really kind of molded me. They kind of helped me set boundaries and be clear on where I stand with people. What I will tolerate, what is like a hard pass, get out my face. We ain't ever doing this. Like, you get placed in different pockets based off of how you're coming at me. I mean, so I don't know. That's my biggest thing, is why I couldn't spin the block on somebody that I was in a relationship with. Especially if it ended badly. Like, I wouldn't even go back to guys when we ended on a good note, just because I feel like we've been there, did that, tried it, it wasn't it. So I'm not going to invest any more time into something that just didn't work the first time for whatever reason.
100%. Yeah, no go.
If an ex or even someone that that is just like interested in you in a romantic way offers you a gift and you accept it, is there an expectation that you owe them something because you decided to accept whatever it is that they were giving? Because people try to give out trips around here, and I don't know if it's a trend, if this is like a new thing. I don't know. Or, oh, Mark, you look like you done it to somebody before. You didn't ask them, you want to go on a trip?
A trip before. What if you had a trip plan and the person you was going to take couldn't make it? or it fell off? You know, like y'all fell
Oh,
out.
I'd be real mad. So I'm a replacement? Oh no. Oh no. I ain't no seat filler. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. Like, I need to be the intention, the reason that the trip was made.
Being a seat filler. Why would you ever know that? You don't think there's been a lot of seat fillers and they didn't know they were seat fillers?
Ew. Don't let me find out.
Come on, man.
I feel like you wouldn't know because I don't like last minute stuff like that anyway. So like, don't last minute me. Like, I want to feel like you put thought, effort into this, not just
like, damn, you never spontaneous. I just want to find
no
out.
spontaneity when we know each other or we're together. That's one thing. When I don't know you, no, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't want anybody to feel like they can make me just jump because they
Yeah, but
said jump. No.
at what point is that though?
When I
Like,
feel comfortable, like when I feel there's not a time limit on that. Like,
there-
it's like once we've gotten to know each other and I feel like I have a grasp on who you are as a person and I feel like I can trust you,
Mhm.
then we can move freely. But until then, boundaries.
right. But you're saying that. So imagine this. This is why, man, I'm telling you, hey man, as a dude out here, boy, it's crazy. Look,
Oh, man, that's crazy. What
y'all control the board. What are you talking about?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
If you open something, you want what's inside of it, right?
Okay.
I had to open something and couldn't get it open. It wasn't for you. You ever had try to open you? Everything ain't for everybody. Y'all control the board.
Honestly, I feel like I used to feel like that, but the older I've gotten, I do feel like men kind of do at this age.
I feel the same way, Tasha.
Like things kind of switched. I
Yeah.
always felt like that before, which is why I moved the way that I moved, because I always felt like when I'm ready, it'll happen. But now,
Right, so okay,
it
so
ain't happening.
think about it. So what's the opposite? I mean, it's been argued so many different ways, but so just not recognizing in that moment of this is where I am, these are the opportunities I have that may start to slip away as time moves on, right? But if it was for you and you found it then, you would have held on to it, right?
Yeah.
Well, selection
You won't miss you. Yeah.
that's your selection process at that time was, you didn't have the life lessons to guide you to where you are now and you can see what you can see. But now that you can see what you can see, is like what happened to everything that I was looking for.
Shoot, everything that I was looking for, done got married, done had some kids, plural, like Drew. They ain't no option anymore. That's what happened. Listen, I ain't trying to wish divorce on nobody, but that's what it's looking like. Gotta wait for these chicks to get divorced.
Okay.
Yo.
Nobody out here.
I'm gonna be in the second draft.
It feels like that's what it feels like, and it's so crazy to say, but a lot of the couples that got married so early in their 20s and stuff too, like that's kind of what's happening. Like you seeing at this age, this is where things are kind of like fizzling out. It's strange. It's strange. It's a strange cycle. But that's what it feels like. It's so sad.
So wait a minute. What happened to all them fish in the sea y'all keep talking about? Where the
I
fish
haven't
at?
talked about fish in years.
Honestly, I feel like I got played because I never was like a commitment person. Like I never wanted to like commit to anybody. Like from
Same.
22 to 32, no commitment. No.
Same.
I'm just living my life. I'm figuring myself out because I feel like I didn't know who I was until I was like 27, 28. So I was just like, how can I be anything to anybody and not get lost in them? So, and that was my fear because I'd done that and I was like, we ain't doing that again. So when I was just like, oh, it's time to sit down somewhere, I thought it was just going to come so easily. And it has been a challenge since 32.
Yeah. You know what, Tasha? I think I'm like the opposite of you. I think when we both lived in DC, I was very much like relationship. I need a relationship. I need this. I need this.
Yeah.
And I literally was telling my sister the other day, I said, I'm at a point in my life where I'm actually okay if it doesn't happen at this point. And and it might, honestly, the way it's looking, it might not happen because like you said, I think men are the ones who are kind of controlling the dating game at this point. Before I used to be like, I got the pick of the litter. I was talking about all the fishies. I know there's, but
yeah.
And now I'm like, well,
right.
Pick of the litter.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, tables done turn, furniture done move. I'm saying like now
the tables did.
we in control now, boy. They everywhere out here, boy. Like, oh man,
shaking the table, like, oh, I hate it here.
Man.
It's so bad.
Yeah, but you know, I'm actually okay with it now. I was never okay with being alone. I'm actually, this is my life. The pickings are getting slim.
No, what's making them slim? Are they getting slim or are they gaining weight? Like, what these pickings looking like? Are they balding? Are they like no? I'm just saying.
I don't care about any of that stuff.
It's not physical. It's not.
I be insecure.
It's not
I
physical
remember I be in the gym.
They don't know.
It's not physical. Like it's. Well, I don't think I've ever had like a physical type. Like my only, I feel like my only shallow thing that I ever had was I used to like just like real tall niggas. Like
I hated you.
But that was. But I honestly like that's not something that would make me be like, oh yeah, I don't want to date you because you're not tall, right? But now, I don't know. I don't have a physical type. I just have a personality type and a chemistry type. Like if we click, we click. You can make me laugh. If I feel comfortable around you immediately.
If you can take her on a trip like in 3 days.
See,
how was dating in New York? I felt like dating would be so much better.
This is the worst. I never thought it could get worse than DC. I thought
I was just about to ask.
Horrendous. But New York is like a bottom of the barrel, and it makes no sense because it's New York. It's New York.
Like 3 miles away.
But I think they're spoiled up here. They're spoiled. They got money. They got options. Like, I don't know. And then up here too, like nobody wants to commit. And even if you do commit, everybody cheating on each other anyway. Like everybody just cheat. Like
really,
it's a commitment. It don't exist.
I only been here 6 months, so I need to hear this. This is
you're in New York too.
Yeah. So now I'm a little nervous. What you mean everybody cheating? Hold up, just because I wait a minute.
Listen, the men that I have encountered, yeah.
Man, can't it just be the people?
Where do you
live?
The
women got to get a commitment to cheat. They can't get a commitment. Like you got to be in a relationship, right? Got to get there before you can cheat on somebody, right? Can't get that far. So you just dating. They dating.
Not you just there.
Oh, go out and make you some friends. Get to know some.
I have. I mean, my friends just in the same sad boat as me.
This is so different. This is amazing. Just hearing these accounts. Like Tasha, you said dating in New York is just ugh. And then I've heard women say the same thing about LA when I was living there for like 8 years. I gotta be honest with you, my experiences dating in LA and so far dating in New York have been quite nice.
You're a man, of course. Like your experience is going to be completely different from mine. Like I was telling you, I feel like it has flipped. When I felt like in my 20s and in my early 30s, the ball was in my court. I controlled everything, and now I'm just like, oh my god, I control nothing, and I hate it. Like I.
Drew, I'm like, how do you not see that y'all are like the creme de la creme right now? Like
because there's only a handful of y'all.
Right.
There's so many good women out here. It like there's a whole lot.
You like it's a playground.
Right. Wow.
But hold up. But what's
academically intelligent, beautiful, driven, funny, like halfway corny, like women out here who are like, and corny is a good thing. It's corny get cuffed. I want y'all to understand that. You can't be too cool. Like I like girls that, for no reason to be sitting there like for no reason at all. Like those are the girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you girl. I'm put a ring on that. Like, but I'm saying like that's like it's a whole lot of that out there. I guess for men, y'all pickings ain't really It ain't picking.
Yeah. I actually saw a tweet maybe it was a couple of weeks ago. It said that men don't care about losing good women because they just gonna find another good woman. Like
exactly
next week.
Exactly.
We're trying to hold on. like, okay, this man is halfway right. I just gotta hold on.
Right.
Y'all gonna find a good woman by next week, next
Right.
business day.
Ain't gonna be an afterthought. Just like that's.
How you
No, it's,
not realize that it's the same bag that we come in, y'all come into, damaged? What are you talking? Real, like, come on now. Y'all ain't
damaged goods. Damn.
that run from 20 to like 25 when life was like, yeah, life was whatever you wanted to be. After that point, the pain, that's why I told you earlier, all them little red flags that you done learned, built from trauma and bullshit relationships, them shits build up. You deflected a lot of good dudes along the way. Men do it too. It's okay. Now you got to pick up pieces and move forward.
I done missed out on a few good women. I ain't gonna hold you like.
Clicking. Hey, yo, I'm about to hit the big 5-0, man. So let me do my thing.
You about to do what?
You about to do what?
I got February, man, 50.
You look really good. Okay.
Dog.
Got the baby face. Mm-hmm.
February what?
18th. I'm a
Oh,
cuss.
you're an Aquarius? Okay.
It don't matter. See, look, she's so
Oh,
just.
you are an Aquarius?
I'm an Aquarius woman, so I know about y'all.
Oh. All right.
I see.
Okay. So before we get into the red flag game, what's the first red flag you noticed in your last relationship, and why did you stay after you noticed it?
I got to think. Hold up.
To the first one.
The first red flag was that the last person I dealt with, he gave me the silent treatment when he would be upset. That was the first red flag.
And what made you stay?
I thought it was me. Like, I was just like, oh, he's not talking to me because I did something. I obviously did something to evoke this type of response. So he's just shutting down, like, but then it just kept on happening. And it got to the point where, like, he would call me, and if I didn't answer the phone, he would give me the silent treatment for the rest of the day.
Oh,
So
that's manipulative. Okay.
yeah, it was really bad.
I think the first red flag for me was when she was posting on her IG stories, but I hadn't got no text and no call for. See, that's a red flag. Look, you ain't supposed to be posting the IG stories, and I ain't heard from you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here?
Well, wait.
I'm halfway joking. I'm halfway joking, halfway serious. But no, for real. I'm like, hold up, what you mean? I ain't get a smiley face, a hard eye, a kissy. I ain't getting nothing.
How far in the day are we?
We talking about how far in the day?
Yeah.
So let me get a little context, right? No, I think what was the first red flag? I think oh, you know what? That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm wrong. The first red flag was, I remember earlier when we were talking, and I would say like, I miss you, and she like, I miss you too, right? And then one time I said I miss you, and I ain't getting no response. Like she just dies the question, how was your day? Excuse me. But my stupid stuff is like, oh, don't worry about it. She's just busy.
Wait,
Like,
red flags. You already in a relationship.
No.
You already in a relationship. You looking up for like, why I ain't get my? We talking about from.
I know.
We talking about
was talking.
like from the door. That made you.
We was talking. We weren't in an official relationship. I'm saying like my last situation. I miss you. How was your day? Excuse me.
Was that the one that sounded like Peppa Pig?
No. First of all, nah.
Big child.
No, that one. So the girl, the one you talking about, that was back in my 20s. This girl I'm talking about was back when I was 35. So,
Okay. Interesting.
That was last year, right?
No, last year. It was last year, and I got a nice little awakening and introduction to this thing called intentional dating, and realized that this is a whole different ball game. Like dating for fun, which is what I've done the majority of my life, at least since I've at least been able to establish myself financially to afford dating. So what's that, from age 29 to now? Look, man, it costs money, bro. You can't be dating broke. I don't know what folks be doing and going. You do not want Applebee's. So anyway,
that's what I'm saying. Like, how are y'all affording all of these women? Like, or maybe the expectations are on their part. I don't know. That I'm just so many questions.
I don't like
have
this.
a great job. The girl you talking about, English girl, that was back in my 20s. That was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? But this girl here, this was a different situation. I realized that dating for fun is like playing high school football. Dating with intention is like playing in the SEC. That's just like you with Alabama, Auburn, LSU. That's dating with intention. Marriage is the NFL, and that NFL stands for not for long if you don't do the thing right. So like we understand.
First of all, Drew, I really like that analogy about like high school football to, not many people make it to the NFL. So
Yeah,
Hey,
there you go.
all right, well, 1% make it, and then if you get there, the average life is 3 years. Like, you know what I'm
right,
saying? It's
right.
3. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do well, you get that second. Hey, you go and get that contract extension. You good, but let's see, and that's when the big payoff.
What would you tell yourselves as women at 23 that from today to change your perspective and how life is today?
That's so fun. I don't know that there's anything I could have told myself, but like to prepare myself for the shit that is my life today. Like with the dating stuff, I don't I don't think so because I don't regret going through any of those situations because I felt like it helped me to be a stronger person. Because when I was young, I felt like I was just so timid and shy. And then I felt like I lost myself easily in men. Like I saw some potential. They didn't see the shit. But I spent so much time trying to bring it out of them. And I didn't focus on myself. That maybe that would be it. Focus on myself. But every situation just shaped me and showed me what I do value. What are things that are just like this is stupid. These are petty things. Like you can grow like having physical standards. Like you ain't gotta be 9 to ride it. You ain't gotta be 6 feet to ride this right. You don't. You know what I mean? Like if we connect and we are like that, stupid stuff like that does not matter. But I always think about this, like back, app dating was just starting, like Tinder. I went on a Tinder date in DC, and I remember where this height thing came from. He was at the bar waiting for me. He got there first, and
Now he was a leprechaun.
So I want to know.
so tall in his pictures because they didn't have the height or nothing back then when they first started. He
Wait, but
was so tall.
watch him go down below you, or did he land like level with you? Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I feel like I've been deceived, like I've been duped, like I'm mad because like he was so tall in his pictures, like he always got the angle from the ground up, and now I know why. Like that was the thing.
Now he had the camera laying on the ground and take a picture.
You look down on him, like straight up. You was looking down on him.
Yeah, and I'm short, like I'm only 5'4".
Okay. Hey, my man was happy too. He was like, shit.
Okay, he was like, wow, I hit the jackpot.
He was like, damn, I thought I had one. Damn it.
Just a wrap.
Now he hopped off the bar stool though.
Should have like climbed off that joint like
his feet were swinging, like it was.
Wait, Tasha, would you date someone that's shorter than you at this point?
Oh, damn.
Wow. The petty height. The physical doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Well, we just connect.
Right.
If we vibe on a
Listen,
certain level,
no, I would do it. It would not be ideal. Not gonna hold you. It wouldn't be ideal. It wouldn't be my first pick, but I just want to be spooned correctly. And I feel like if you smaller than me, how you gonna spoon me? And I like to be touched. Like I just want to be. How you gonna do that?
what's the backpack thing? Like my man on
be like a jazz sport on your back. That's hilarious.
like a crossbody bag joint.
Yo, you got the Hermes bag.
On the hook,
Crazy.
you both. Oh, stop.
Jan sport.
Right. So for the red flag game, I'm just gonna ask you guys 5 questions, and you just let me know if this is a red flag for you. So if this is a deal breaker, you let me know. I'm gonna read off the scenarios. So the first scenario. So would it be a red flag if the person you're dating is still close friends or in consistent communication with an ex? Lots of things.
Do they have a child by this person?
That's a good question.
Even if they don't,
Okay, excluding the child thing. So that actually makes sense.
I mean, because
Yeah,
that
okay,
means
so
they
dog.
would have to. Because you know,
Yeah.
if you're communicating with somebody and you don't have to,
They're constant though, right? You said constant
yeah,
communication.
it's consistent communication. Just
Nah,
like
I'm good.
she talking
If
to
you
her
ain't got no
sister,
kids,
she's talking to him.
Red flag.
if ain't no kids involved, well, you said an ex, not the last one. Oh man, you know what?
Constant communication, constant. Not every now and then. Constant communication, like regular.
Drew,
Yeah,
that's
nah,
a red
They had
flag.
a friend.
yeah, nah. You said constant. You're right, constant. Nah, we're good. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Red
Why?
flag.
What? Why constant? Why y'all still talking? What's all this? What's this comfortability all of a sudden? How
Maybe
you
they
doing?
realized they were just better off as friends. Like some situations, you realize you're
How long would it?
I want to keep you in my life, but just not my
How
main.
long? How long?
I mean,
How long?
does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did they sleep with each other?
I mean, if you in a relationship, that usually, yeah, probably.
Ask.
Then no, what do y'all
Just
need to
saying,
talk about?
They was just going together. They wasn't like together. They went together.
Hold
Together.
up.
Went together. Remember when you was with them, but y'all was together?
The answer is no then, because y'all should have realized y'all were better off as friends before y'all became more than friends. So mm-mm.
Well,
How do
sometimes
you
you
know
try it
that
on
unless you
facade.
try?
Negates all future friendship.
Look,
What?
every clothing store has a dressing room.
What?
You see something, say, I don't know if it's better off on the
That's what
rack
Drew
or
said.
let me go ahead and try it on real quick. So you take the shirt in
I
the
don't be
dressing room.
trying on my clothes. I order from Fashion Nova, so I just get it.
And then you leave the house, you don't never try them on before you walk out?
Nobody's go outside like that.
I wish I could make a meme just pop up on some shit.
I
But-
think it's a red flag. There's no reason for y'all to be in constant communication.
Yeah.
You could talk to me. I'm your friend.
Yeah, but see, I'm too old for this question.
Why?
Because I do have people in my life that at one point in time we had been more than, and we still cool to this day. Now we ain't talking every day.
Right, but that's being cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I even have like, I feel like I probably got about 2 or 3 people like say they my friend though, even though we've been beyond. Now we might not be talking right now, but it doesn't mean that it's not a possibility to spend time with them or be around them. Like y'all, we gotta stop all this. Yeah,
I don't think that that's a problem.
I think it's definitely a yellow flag.
To me, constant is you're talking to them every single day. You're in constant communication with them. Now, if you're just talking to them every once in a while, then by all means, do your thing. But constant? Nah, that's weird.
I don't have that.
Mm-mm. You might as well go fuck each other at that point. Again.
Okay.
Like, just go be together.
Since
I
y'all so comfortable.
constant. Go for the constant.
Yeah, no for the constant. I agree.
Yeah. Constant's key. What's top of the word right there? I can't yeah. Because you don't want somebody who's like toxic at every ex either, and they got this whole this vitriol for everybody ever been with. It's like, hold up, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I would hope there's some sort of healthy level of, whatever. But yeah, constantly hey, what's up, big head? Good morning. Hey,
You supposed to talk to me constant. I'm talking to that person.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Imagine if you walk into the room and your girl on the phone. I'm on the phone, man. It's like, what? For what? And they having a regular conversation. Are you so silly? I'm on speakerphone. Nah, all this silliness going on.
Okay, let me monitor this conversation.
You gotta monitor the conversation. You should leave.
Yeah, that's real.
You feel that way. That's
I was just joking, y'all.
joking. You gotta stop.
Mark, one thing about me, I'm 35 at this point, okay? Back in the day, I was crazy. I used to do some dumb shit. The way I am today, if I gotta do all that, just leave me alone. I don't want to be crying in a Honda or anything like that. I don't.
But nah, all right. So look, at least you get to cry in the car. Because women in New York be crying on the train or in the taxi cab, because then they got cars in New York. So all right, I'm on the Q train. I'm on the Q train.
Listen, life is hard.
Listen, Tasha, you've been international. I've seen you. I was like, wow. I'm over here in Boise, Idaho,
Right,
and
girl.
you in London.
You ain't just limited to New York. You worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Get your little boo thing from Croatia or somewhere.
That's not how that works. Like,
Nah, Tasha be everywhere, and she be looking good doing it. Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
girl.
Boot
That's
that.
not how it works. Like the apps don't work over there either. Well, I mean, for white men, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
Are you open to dating white men?
Let's not start that conversation because
Oh,
we about to get into divesting and all that. No, we ain't. Oh man, that's gonna open up. That's a trigger.
okay, next red flag story. Is it a red flag if they've dated one of your friends before you,
When I was younger, yes.
but now it's okay?
Depends on how extreme the relationship was.
They've had sex.
That's everybody's had sex.
That's wisdom talking.
is dating this bad?
Answer this
Yeah.
question because
Well, I
It's-
feel like sometimes it's unfortunate though, because I will say I've met people that I really hit it off with, and then we will go on a date or we'll hang out, and then come to find out, I find out that they've, dealt with somebody that I know, and it's just like, damn. Like,
So how can
I
you
feel like it's like, how well do you know them?
you can't own it? You can't own something you had and you don't have no more. You can't
I think it also depends on if that other person has moved on. Like, do you want to circle back around to this?
Okay, so here's a question for you. So if your friend X and you randomly like link up one day and it's like greatest vibe, everything, and you keep it cool and it's just conversation, and let's say after 2 months you still talking to him, but now it's starting to like, it's growing. Shouldn't you just be able to hit your friend up and say, hey, is it cool if I holler at such and such beyond just friendship and keep it moving?
Like my core group of friends, absolutely not. Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to do that to me. Because like that just would feel.
So you care more about your ex being your ex than your friend's happiness.
I mean, what?
You care more about your ex being your ex than you do about your friend being happy. So
Yes.
So you're saying that the shoe was on the other foot. She came to me and she was dating. Now, I feel like I might be more lenient. Like if they came to me and said, "I want to be with this person," because I know how I am about people. Like when I'm done, I'm finished. Especially if we were in a relationship, I don't want that no more. Be great, but I don't know that I personally would want to date someone that a close friend of mine is like been like.
So what would you choose, your husband or your friend? But how would you know? Like your friendship is supposed to be your friendship, which is timeless, and y'all, especially. Oh yeah, and look, you know what I'm saying when we talk about friendship, right? When we talk about friendship, right? The level as far as like over the period of time, once you've been a friend with somebody and you have that level of friendship, that's there. You shouldn't have to question your friend.
Yeah, I also feel like like your friends, like the ones that like had a chokehold on them, like so like you already know them. So if I haven't heard of this person, I'm gonna wonder why. So that factors into it too, because I know who had you in a chokehold. I know who had you like.
How many chokeholds they've been in?
Listen, life is long, child. About your business.
Okay. Being judgy over there, Mark.
So look, so if my man's like, yo, ex wasn't even his wife, that was his girl, but I mean they was like that, right? So much so she called me like I'm her big bro, like that's my little sis, and we still cool to this day. That's never gonna get violated. But stop thinking these dudes that were great dudes are yours forever. You missed that shot. I don't care how much you felt for them, you ain't getting them back, and you just said no, go back. But she can't have them.
I think that it makes, to me at least, I'm only speaking for myself, it would make me question especially if it's in my inner circle, it would make me question my friendship with
If she want what you once had?
Why would you want what I once had? That's my
Y'all
question.
friends and y'all got similar tastes.
Dude, he's better for her.
I feel like
that's fucked up.
Clothes you ain't never wore. You
if
ain't
it
never.
was like a casual relationship, maybe then okay.
I didn't
If
say
it was
if y'all was like this, Nah. But if
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, no,
that's with some dude for a year,
A year's a long
that's a
time.
long time, child. Woo.
if you mess with a dude for a year, 5 years later, Tasha like, hey, remember Tony? Man, is it cool if nah, that was my guy. That means you got plans for Tony in the future if they ever come about, but yet no go back.
Okay, so into that respect, okay, so I think if we were more like talking every day and we're like this and we're like sister, sister, then I'd be like, girl,
Too close.
why? Why would you want to?
Love.
But if it's more like okay, girl, like I fuck with you, you fuck with me. When we link up, we're cool as fuck. Then all right, man, I might let it slide. I'll be like, all right, fuck with him, girl. He got money. He got a big dick. He cool.
No, dude, we can't win for shit, man.
I feel like it's layers to it, like inner circle, like girlfriends. Because obviously, like if y'all are tight, you already know who they've been dealing with, so you already know who's off limits. So you can't just accidentally fall into something, right?
Right.
But I feel like associates or like beyond that, I don't know. That's where it gets. I feel like that's where the water gets a little murky. I've like dealt with a specific person that I feel like is a wonderful man, like a wonderful man, just not for me. And he's still single. And I'm just like, when I have a good girlfriend, I'm just like, your personality complements his. I even try to like hook that up. You know what I mean? Because it ain't never happened, but I would be completely okay with that because I don't see that man like that. Even if we did the thing, like I don't see that man like that now. Like I
Right.
know like there is no chance in I don't care what happened to it. There's no chance that that's ever gonna be a thing. So I wouldn't feel a way. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable to see him with someone else because I want him to be happy because I think he's a great guy. He deserves
Drew, why do you look confused?
No, I had to put the pieces together. Then I realized that she was actually making sense. So yeah, I got it. I had to do the math real quick. That makes sense. No, you're right. You're right.
Women always make sense.
Nah, I don't. No, no.
Y'all just
A
don't
lot of
listen
times
hard
you do.
enough.
No, y'all don't. Y'all do not make sense all the time.
Okay, next question. Is it a red flag that your partner still has old photos and videos saved in their phone of them with their ex or of their ex? You know.
Yes.
I deleted my life for you.
Mm.
I'm gonna say right now, I get into a committed relationship. All them videos and stuff I got saved, even the ones that you ain't supposed to talk about, I'm deleting all that. These are all consensual acts. Just for
Are they
people in the
alive?
audience. Huh. Wait,
Are they living?
the ex?
Yeah, because if the ex died, like I mean, like I might have a couple pictures.
Oh, I
Okay.
see what you're saying. Yeah, like, oh man, like
But you know, like, okay, what about explicit pictures and videos? Because you,
So make your question clearer, because I thought that's what you was like. You'll delete all like the freaky.
I mean, any,
But-
like, yes, but I'm asking now, like, most specifically on a deeper level, is there a difference? If it's
No.
explicit or if it's just normal, is there a difference? You can have one, but you can't have the other?
So I should delete my trip to Aruba because we ain't together no more.
I don't, all right.
But no, I'm not talking about like freaky deaky videos. I'm talking about like a trip. Like, okay, so I say like this. I've gone through my phone and deleted pictures of exes. And I'll go in, I'll find clumps of like pictures and I'll delete the ones that just were just random, like whatever. But I don't delete my life experience with a person because that happened. Like, why?
Well, why were you experiencing that much life with that person? I mean,
because they were in a relationship.
Talk about exes, ex, not
Why was
random.
you happy before you met me? This doesn't make sense.
yeah, why were you for real?
I'm confused.
You were smiling before you met me? You went places before you met me?
Ew.
Ew, right, ew. That's a turn off. That's a red flag for me.
Absolutely. Oh, terrible. Everybody else about it, right? That's why you only got 4,000 photos on your phone. And the rest of them selfies.
You don't know me.
So,
Yeah, nah. To your point, I think it is a red flag. If you got, because I know the kind of pictures you talking about. We ain't talking about,
Come
you
on.
know, the group family, you know, the group picture, the church picnic. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we talking about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all cuddled up, whatever. Or the you know, where you behind her and like you got like your arm around and y'all take a selfie together, whatever. You kissing, she like all that. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark, are you
yeah.
reminiscing as we speak? Like, what is happening?
It's not reminiscing so much as it is wishful thinking.
Cause she
I
looked too
should
pretty in
know.
that picture. Delete that shit. Okay? She's smiling.
Watch this. But that's my son's mother. So my son can't see pictures of me and his mother together.
Well, damn. All right. You
That's
gotta throw
different
in
with
that.
babies.
That's a fair caveat.
Not going to delete my life because it makes you feel uncomfortable. That's your shit. You gotta go to therapy about.
But you said, okay, you just do a new thing in there. You said, I have a son too. I did delete all the pictures of us together, but still, if that's something different. Now y'all don't got no past together.
No, it's not. It's
I don't
no.
know. I just feel like the explicit stuff, not the regular, like we went on vacation or we were living life or it's family. Okay. But why you still got,
about
you know, the sexy videos and
if
the
you
sexy pictures?
30
What
those,
you need that for if you're in a new relationship?
that's just your life. So what? Now, if
All
you want,
right, Mark. Well, maybe I need to go to therapy some more. Okay, I'm not perfect.
that's you ain't on your phone reminiscing and it come up on your little Apple reminder for your past.
Oh,
Okay,
don't come up on that yearly like 2 years ago today.
I gotta stop, yo.
Okay, I'm gonna take it a step further. Is it a red flag if the person you're dating still has photos of his ex or her ex on their social media page? Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Because the people can see this
Yes,
in your phone,
yes.
in your business.
That's just a family picture.
Okay. Because you got kids or you're, yeah, okay.
I'm like, but it can't be like a family picture with you, her, your family, and y'all don't have no kids together. It's just some random Tuesday. That gotta go to.
I agree.
You know what? I always say this: just don't post people on your socials. Keep life easy.
Don't play with me with that.
What?
You don't post me.
I don't know. It depends. Like the girl I'm with, like when I get in a relationship, I don't know if I necessarily want to post her. Like, or I'll tell you like this, because like I make a type of content where people get very angry. And I don't want people spamming her inbox and all that. You know, she don't deserve all that. So it's
What
like,
kind of content?
You look really.
I debunk misinformation. So a lot of vaccine and science misinformation. I'll debunk that. If you want me to post you, I can post you. I ain't gonna tag you, but I can post you. But, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. I'm actually open to doing that. I can post and not tag. That way she's protected, but y'all know somebody in the picture because they literally in the picture. So look, when you switch teams, you're supposed to turn in your uniform and all the team apparel, and you wear your different gear. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how the game go. I get like, all right. When Russell Wilson got to Denver Broncos, he wasn't still wearing Seahawks a jersey. His helmet say Denver. You know what I'm saying? Got the Bronco logo on it. You need to. We got to be as a team. Uniformity. Let's do this. You can't be presenting like you still. We know what happened in the past. You won a Super Bowl. I get it. It's cool. But now we here.
It's a good analogy. I like that one. I like that one a lot. That social media stuff would be so tricky though.
It can.
Post your shit all day long. Other than that, you can drop them in your story if you want to make them feel comfortable.
There you go.
Drop who and where?
Yeah.
In your story?
You'd be mad if your
So
person.
that's all the likes you get is in the story that lasts for 24 hours.
Right.
Not the post.
But you got to put in the highlight. But you got to make sure they make the highlights. You got to put them in the
The
highlight.
crazy thing is that stuff don't even that.
Yeah, if that shit.
That really bothers me because it really don't even make a difference because I tell you, like 75% of the men that are in my DMs are married or in a secret relationship or in a public relationship. They don't give a fuck. They say it like today. I posted that. I look when I was in Bermuda yesterday, posting them pictures. 75% married in a long-term real ass relationship or whatever. Saying some wild shit to me. So it's just like I don't even know if that even doesn't matter if you get posted because that's just humiliation at the
No.
same time. You'll know what's happening, maybe. But what
It just strokes your I feel like for me, if somebody were to post me, it would just stroke my ego. It don't stop no shit from happening for real, for real.
don't post me in public and then play me in private though. Otherwise, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Not to embarrass me while you in this other girl DMs.
Okay.
And she got on a bathing suit. You ain't ever seen a woman in a bikini before. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So when
You ain't got to say it. You ain't got to slide in the DMs. You ain't got to. You could just
Yeah.
throw a heart on it like everybody else and keep pushing. Like you ain't gotta say nothing.
Okay.
You gotta say
the
nothing.
DMs be jumping like that, I be always wondering what happens
It's
when
not
those DMs
jumping
be
if it's
jumping.
from somebody that's attached. That's not jumping. I don't consider that jumping. I did say 75%,
Okay.
right?
No,
That's not
Yeah.
jumping. That's
Yeah.
I can't do nothing with that, baby. Keep that. Thank you.
I mean, but in Tasha's defense, have you seen her pictures? Because I'll be like,
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
girl.
gotta
All the
check
bathing
my
suit
camera
ones.
says, you look good in your pictures. I'll be like, yo, she's living her best life.
Stop, Mark. It's not reeling in the right ones, though, Mark. It's not reeling in the right ones. That's my concern. Like, it's just giving me more people that I can't do nothing with you. Get out of here.
I
I
feel
just
you,
think
but one time my friend looked at my Instagram because he was like, I want to see who's in your DMs. And he said, no niggas be DMing you. I was like, no, it's all women. It's nothing but women.
yo.
Oh, okay. You out here catching the ladies.
On
You
some like,
can't.
hey girl, where'd you get your top? Where'd you get your
Right,
lipstick?
accessories, clothes.
I'd be like, Fashion Nova.
Compliment. You could have left the compliment I was giving you and been like, yeah, that's right. They coming for you. Nah, you like, nah, you want to know about my top.
Yeah, nah.
Where you get that paisley? Yeah, with the I see you. Go.
Okay, girl, where'd you get that wig from? I'm like,
Oh my god.
Yo. That's the downside of dating girls that do hair. Like, cause you start learning stuff and then like you can't settle for mediocre no more. Like there was a time where I could overlook because I wouldn't even recognize I couldn't even notice like lace in the front. Like now I'll be looking for it now because like I dated a girl that like is like real good. Like she's a celebrity, like she do hair like for the celebrities I never land job. And I learned a whole bunch. I was like, oh, that's what that is. I look for little details like, see, look, I can see the lace. I can see the lace. It ain't melted.
wait, do you
That's
really look
strong.
at that stuff?
I
What?
do now. I can't help it. I used to not.
She brought it to she brought it his attention. Once you know, you can't unknow.
You can't unknow. You really can't.
But
why-
really, does that like not like that sometimes when girls have that bad wig, like and you could clearly see it, like just be smacked up on a
Hey, yo.
just be sitting up on their forehead like a hat. And the guys be like, that's not your
Okay.
hair. That's not your hair.
The worst is when you grab a woman anywhere on top of her head for any reason. It don't matter. You could be like, hey, shorty, you stupid. Just grabbing them like, and then you just like you grabbing a football, shorty. I swear to God.
Wait a minute, Mark. Now, why would you be saying, oh, shorty, you so crazy? Like,
Wow. There's only one reason why your hand should be in that position, but I'm telling you, like,
Nah, hold on, wait, nah, you know what I'm saying? It could be a couple of other reasons.
like
praying
what?
for?
I'm thinking of them.
What you praying for? Father God,
Be
we
like,
really-
shorty, you so funny.
No. I'm just saying it'd be like there's other ways it can happen.
Just like no one.
Can't really think of one right now, but I'm promise.
That makes sense. Ooh. Okay, last red flag question. Is it a red flag if your partner maintains a close relationship with an ex's child or children? Plural for Drew.
No.
Nah, always Marty Ma love the kids.
But if you talk
So,
to
Steve-
he got to talk to the parent too. That's
Oh, you know, how old is the child?
that's what I'm saying, because it might be a younger child. So that means
Let's say a younger child, just for the sake of this argument.
you have to, contact that parent.
oh, just make sure I get this math right. Oh, go ahead, Mark.
I
Go
got,
ahead,
but
Mark. You got it.
he was dating this girl for about a couple of years, and she's still tight with his middle daughter, and they long, and she comes to like family functions. but it ain't got nothing to do with him. I promise you. Like,
Mhm.
he's married, got 3 new kids, the whole 9 yards, but she stayed tight with his daughter. I don't think anything is wrong with that. If you care about my child and you want the best for them, and I know your type of character, and you're going to be in their lives and they can count on you, well, come along. There for it. Absolutely. It's always the kids is like, come on now. Like, kids need a village.
Yeah. I think you made a point though, consistency. Like, if you just gonna drop in and drop out, then just stay out.
If you doing it to try to get out,
Like that.
like, get the fuck. Yeah. But if you doing it really for the kid,
Yeah.
with it, because you know what? That person's also not going to violate and show you any other, they're not going to be stepping over the boundaries. Like, you ever met a dude or met a girl, man, and she, like, they know the boundaries. They don't step outside the boundaries. Like, if you might have been with somebody in a particular point where y'all were together, but then when you're not, they don't cross the line. And I think that's really where a lot of people need to learn. Like, if you're not in that position, then don't cross the line or relinquish the friendship, relationship, whatever. But just know look, and set those boundaries too.
No, that's not a red flag. Like, you can't just be hopping in and out of kids' lives like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're still, they still got a lot to learn, and role models are important and stuff. You can still make a positive impact. And me, particularly black kid, you know what I'm saying? So, like, no, that's not a red flag. That's a green flag. That's cool. I ain't tripping.
It's a lot at that time, and you gotta realize what you're putting into. I think it's fucked up that people put that time into kids, and don't get me wrong, I'm a victim. I've been it. I've done it. I know I've been in a kid's life in one way and not there anymore. And that shit don't feel good.
Are you not there anymore because the other, like, which parent was like they weren't cool with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's more so about, like, I hate to, it sounds crazy to say, but I can relate to Ken at the end of the day more about the kids' future and what their life looked like versus giving a damn what their mother was dealing with. So, like, you got a good kid here, and unfortunately we not together no more, but yeah, like, I like, you got to move on because I can't deal with you. So if the kid's old enough, and I think the kid can maintain that relationship, and you can be a part, even if you just a voice, somebody they can turn to and talk to, that's great. And it ain't got to be every day. If they know they can call you anytime at any place, and they do reach out, then you've done your job. As long as you're there for them when they need you, that's it. And if you can't be, then don't be, and move on, and pray for the best.
Okay, guys. We've come to the part of the show where we turn the tables and allow our guests to take the reins. So you guys get to ask me a question, since I've been grilling y'all all night, that I must answer. So anything I want to circle back around to, a new topic, whatever it is, this is your time.
I was taking some notes.
Oh my God. You know what?
Is that a travel brochure?
No, I wrote on the back. I
have a question.
Yeah, go on, get down.
Do you, Tasha, you met someone, you guys liked each other, maybe the connection just didn't happen for whatever reason? Like, I know that you said you wouldn't necessarily, if it didn't happen, it just didn't happen. But is there anyone that you could actually see yourself, like, I kind of regret not trying to work through certain things with that person?
Like a missed opportunity, right?
Yeah, like a missed opportunity. Like, if you knew then what you know now, like, if you knew then that dating is just trash now, do you feel like you would have worked through certain things that back then you were like, this is a non-negotiable for me?
She want to know if you would have chose your consolation prize instead of.
No, I don't think I have anybody like that in my past. I truly feel like everybody served a season or a reason or lesson, like, for real. I truly believe that. I've dated some amazing men who have, like, a man that taught me what love was, like, my first, like, experience with knowing what it felt like to be in love with somebody. And even though I was in love with him and we didn't end on bad terms, our lives they just never aligned. But even if they could align today, I still wouldn't that. And it's kind of hard to explain why, but I feel like he played the role or showed me what I needed to see. It doesn't mean that everybody needs to be forever just because you have that connection for that moment. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking about, he used to write me letters in the mail, like poems.
Handwritten?
Mail. Yeah, girl.
About
And
that.
then this was back in the day when you had to like go to to pay your phone bill in person.
But
So
y'all had a
you would go and pay my phone bill, like, and I would go to pay my phone bill. I was like, "Ah, you gotta pay," and
y'all had
we was both broke. But he would do stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, he loves me.
Wait,
But
where is he now? Not for me.
I
Not for
mean,
me.
he's still
Isn't it?
he's still single. He's still but the one thing about us, it was always long distance. It was always long distance. But even when we could be in the same place at the same time, we try to make it work. It just never worked. You know, like it because we just have two different, I don't know, we're on two different paths in life. Like they're never going to cross again. I mean, I can't see the future, but I don't foresee them crossing because we're just so different. But we're still cool. Like we're still cool, but he 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 showed me a lot, and that was the growth that I needed, and he gave me that. But outside of that, I can't see spinning the block for anybody. What? Why?
No, I was giving you like like, you know, all of us, we on a journey, you know, we all going through our ups and downs, and you know what I'm saying? You might be here longer than you think you meant to be here. And you know, so you might gotta get some shit out the way because your forever person might cover that last 50 years. You never know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a red flag when she talk about a dude in her past and she stuttered when she talked about it. She's like, yeah, he was
Maybe she has
he.
a speech
No, I
impediment.
mean, because I haven't had
She
any.
ain't got no speech impediment. She ain't Joe Biden. All right, we ain't. That was all.
Oh, him like yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just thinking about it kind of made me sad because I'm just like, damn, nobody has been that romantic and put that much effort and time into like
Why?
in a long time.
Why would dude listen? No, all
He
jokes
was a
aside,
different kind of dude. Like he was just a different kind of dude. Like he really was. Like
why would
I feel like he was special. They don't make him like him all. They don't make him like this all the time.
they
So
do?
yes, but that doesn't mean he was for me. That means like we share what we needed to share,
Don't kill me
and
with
it was
that.
beautiful, and it still is. It's always gonna be beautiful. It's never gonna leave my mind. I still got the
See,
to this day, and that was like freaking 17, 18 years ago.
Hold up. So you don't think they make these dudes no more?
I mean, if they have, we haven't crossed paths yet. I mean, I hope they do because I hope that's what my husband is like because I would love that extra effort of just special. Like, I know I can send you a text message, but I'm gonna send you a letter. I'm gonna write you a poem. I want you to have this on paper forever.
Yeah,
Like,
you sit here, you can't say that like that's what that's why I say y'all crack me up. It's like you sit here and say that's what you want, right? But you got to remember that came from dudes coming from a place of this is who I am and this is what I want. So I'm gonna come at you correct. So the dudes that got played, they started acting different. And then when they got to a place where they were power and money, they started shitting on the people that were below them and doing them like they were done before, right? So what's
Baby therapy.
I mean, he wasn't a guy that had never been done dirty before. You know what I mean? He had his heartache just like I had, even at that point. But
how
but
is he
that didn't change. Even now, who he is today, like it hasn't changed his heart. Like he still has the same heart, and he still is the same.
still right?
Shut up.
Why do men do
man.
that though? Why do y'all get hurt one time in third grade and then y'all just can't let it
Right.
go?
It'd be so
Because y'all don't
crazy.
understand.
Way back in the day.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I explain it to you right now. Because society don't make space for it.
Mhm.
Like society don't make space for us to be heartbroken and vulnerable and all of that. First of all, we was already going back on what the expectation is for us when we decide to say, "Hey, man, I'm dedicating everything to this girl right here. I'm being vulnerable, opening myself up there." And you know what they call you? Simp. You know what they call you? Oh, this dude. Oh, he whipped. All that time. So I've already gone back against the expectation from society. And then when I get broken and ran over, and she take my heart and she chew it up and spit it out and step on it and she do the heel toe on top of that bit, like, and then
Not
now
the
I'm
heel.
sitting there, I gotta recover. I can't even like, and then on top of that, I can't talk about my emotions or how I feel because society say that's weak. So I gotta find a close group of people that I can actually do that with. Where I mean, legitimately, where I can be like, "Man, I understand, man. I really did everything I could." Like, to have those type of conversations, man. Like they tell you, you're not allowed to do that. And so we like, you know what? Once we survive that encounter, we like, I don't ever want to feel like that again. I don't ever want, because like it's not just the fact that that didn't work. Your identity is shaken as a man. It's like that toughness that you thought you were, and you start to believe the dumb stuff. Like so, it's a level of vulnerability, and it's a level of, would even say, well, I guess vulnerability would be the best word there, that we are typically not given the space to give
Well, can
society,
I
and
ask you a
that's
question about that?
hit me.
You said that you have built a platform on debunking scientific truths or whatever, right?
Misinformation, yeah.
Misinformation, right? So, and I guess you've built a following from that.
Yeah.
Okay. So something that I did personally, because I feel as though how you talk about how men can't be vulnerable, Black men can't be vulnerable, they can't do certain things because they're seen as being like a simp or something like that. What I did is sometime last year, I took my social media platform and I started a series where I showed that Black women specifically can be vulnerable. We can talk about our emotions. And I got a lot of backlash from it at first, but then going forward, a lot of other Black women came out and they were talking about how they were hurting just as much as I am or was. And it built an entire community. So maybe that's something, since you're not the first Black man I've heard say that. Maybe that's something that you can build a platform on in order to create a safe space for Black men to say, listen, I'm hurting. I'm not weak because I'm hurting.
So I had a little bit of an outlet, but even with that, it's still a whole lot of work that I had to do, to try to get past that heartbreak and all that.
Right.
But to the other point, I feel like society tells women that it's okay for y'all to hurt. Matter of fact, y'all whole
They
identity
tell
be around
Black women
hurting.
that?
Have you ever listened to a Keisha Cole album? The whole thing be about hurting. Look,
So can I
all I'm
say something?
saying,
Like, I feel like it's so different. I think that because Black people have expressed themselves in artistic ways, it is received better when it is in an artistic expression. But when we are just sitting here like how we are talking, and I say, hey, Tasha, I'm hurting right now. I don't know what to do. Or you say to your friend, I'm hurting. I don't know what to do. And it's not seen as an artistic expression. I feel like people judge that. And I feel like even as Black women, I think women as a whole, yes, we are allowed the space more than men to be sensitive. But I think if you even take it down a notch, and I'm not trying to make this about race, but I'm just saying, like, as Black women, I know I'm making it about race, but as Black women, we are not allowed the space to be like, dang, I'm hurt. Like, I'm hurt. And I think that society is used to us being either angry, they're used to us being funny, they're used to us being, other than saying,
Finding a way to mask it.
yes. Yeah.
Who are you masking it from? I think that a lot of times, like you built this hardness up of this belief that you got to live this life of being here, but it's not necessarily that you got to be here and be so hard and be so strong. You just got to have men in your life that are going to be there. And I think that, unfortunately, like when you break it down, if somebody's telling you that you don't have that, if you don't have those men in your corner, if you don't have a guy that you can call to be like, I need your help, and he's there for you, then you're investing in the wrong men. And men need women the same way. Like, I need a woman I can call and be like, hey, I'm having a hard day. I want to talk to you about some shit. And you my friend. You ain't my relationship. I don't have to count on you. I ain't got to worry about that emotional support from a place of love and in the relationship side. Like, you my friend. So I can talk to you. I trust you. And I think that's a lot of what's missing. Like, yo, it's okay to have a friend that's a woman. It's okay to have a friend, and you need the opposite side, but you also need to be tight with your girl. And like, fellas gotta be tight with their homies and shit. But yo, like, it's okay to have a dude that really cares about you and let that friend zone be real. And even if he's in the friend zone and it's forever friend zone or keep passing through it, a dude that care about you and your overall well-being is never going to leave you out there. Let that sink in and accept that information that they're giving you, because they're going to shoot straight from the hip and they're going to tell you when, and men need to do the same thing. Like, women will tell men like when they slacking and then you're not listening. But, what do I know?
A lot.
Hold up. I like how we got off of Tasha. Hold up. I got a question.
Oh.
How the heck? I like how, yeah, she was like, you need to sit on out the back door. Nah.
Little bit.
We got one question left.
Tasha, I want to ask you, because you asked some good questions. We already know
No,
you ain't
Tasha
spinning the
asked
block.
some great questions.
I've been trying.
You ain't spinning the block.
Let's not let her off the hook now. She got 2 questions left, right?
Make it good, y'all.
Already.
All right, she don't spin the block. We understand that part.
Mhm.
Height doesn't matter, kind of, sort of. We figured that part out.
I got
There's asterisk.
pocket sizes and shit and all that. It's got a lot of intricacies in that.
The thing that shocked me is that the struggle of the dating thing. I'm like, I just knew, like, oh, Natasha, man, she got a whole Rolodex full. You know what I'm saying? She ain't her, ain't nothing. That's big pimping right now, boy.
I'm not
I
gonna
ain't
lie,
got to worry
I thought
about.
that too, Tasha. I thought that too.
Do right up right now. Be a catch state in an hour.
I just knew she was gonna have somebody peeking around the corner, like, "Yo, babe, you almost done with that with that podcast."
I'm trying to go to sleep, Sean. Let's go.
I don't even know what to ask.
I just feel like, guys, I just aren't available in whatever capacity that
Emotionally?
means, whether they're like literally attached to someone else or they're mentally not ready. I feel like their words and their actions don't ever really align. And that's what I've been running into since I've been up here. But it has just been challenging just to meet people in life up here, though. So that's the thing.
And to figure where a dude coming from. Like, what are the questions that y'all ask? Okay, so you got a guy that's your emotional base, where you come from as far as emotions, knowing how to communicate. That's cool. Use that to propel you forward. That's all that is. That was just your emotional base.
I can't control how somebody else moves or acts, though. Like, all I can do is show up as my best self. This is who I am, because this is what I'm gonna give you. I'm showing up day one as me. I'm not doing no extra shit. I'm not putting no sugar. I'm not doing that. I'm showing up as me because I want you to know that this is what you get, and I want to know if you can accept this out the gate. Like,
So what happens?
that's it. Time is of the essence. So I don't want to play games with you. I don't want you to play games with me. So I'm very direct, open, honest. Whatever you ask me, I'm gonna tell you whether you like it or not. That's my answer. You gotta decide what you want to do with it when I tell you, and you got to be ready to hear it. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna be honest. That's another thing too. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna be honest.
That ain't gonna get you where you want to go.
What you want me to do? Lie?
Right.
Because that's just gonna come back around and like, why did you lie to me? Like down the line, like I'm not gonna lie to you. You want to know the craziest part, Mark? Like I have never had guys before come to me and ask me if I would like have their baby. Like we don't, even if we don't have a romantic relationship that goes, they don't care. Like it's just like you want to go half on a baby, and I'm like, no, I don't. No, because I want to wake up and roll over in the middle of the night and be like, it's your turn. Like we doing this together.
Right.
You're not gonna be a weekend daddy on me. No. Like if we go half on a baby, we really going half on a baby. Like you got half the responsibility too, bro. We doing this together. And I think that's what I can't, but that's like a thing. They don't want the relationship, they don't want what comes with having a family. They just want a kid. And they want you to carry that shit for 9 months. And then
what's the average age for
and then probably take care of it most of the time, and they like watch their child, and they can be a weekend dad just to say they got a kid. But like, who's making the sacrifice?
What's the average?
I'm not doing that by myself. I'm not doing that by myself. No.
What's the age for a dude like that?
So we're talking about late 30s, 40s.
Okay.
And it's happening a lot.
You know, guys that have never had kids and aren't in a committed relationship and probably don't even want that at this point. They just want to have a kid. And it's just like, so what I look like?
I don't want to do that.
I'm not about to just carry. No.
Like as I get older, I've run into more men who just want to have the kid. They're like, okay, the relationship might not work, but at least I know I'll have a kid. But I feel like it's different for me because I had a kid so young. I'm like,
Do
No,
you want to have another kid?
no.
You done nothing.
You know what? I think if I didn't have so many health issues, I probably maybe would, but nah.
How old you got now?
16.
Oh, you better get
Oh, you got a grown person. Okay.
Grown.
Oh, snap.
No,
Not a
That's
grown
not a
person.
that's not a kid. That's a roommate. Listen, I
Yeah,
understand.
like he's like six months away from being 17. He's about to be driving. I can't start over again.
about to be free.
No,
I
for
don't
real.
want to be free.
No, you about to be back in there, and you still young enough to enjoy yourself. This is a blessing. You got out the way early.
Yeah, but I've been running into a lot of men because I'm 35. A lot of men still want kids.
Mm.
And you
And
young
so I
enough to
find
start
myself
over.
dating older because a lot of the men my age are like, I want a kid. And I'm like, I don't know if I can give you a kid. Like
Why you dating young anyway? That ain't the way to go.
recently I was dating a 57-year-old and that was my speed.
Oh, girl, that was far.
Wait a minute. Let's unpack that. That was a jump. You went to geriatrics. Hold on. How did you?
Geriatric.
That is nursing home age. Let me explain. I know it ain't. But no, it's not. It's not.
Aren't we
Brittany,
asking
hold on.
Tasha questions?
Nah,
About
you
Tasha?
have this just got a whole lot more interesting.
Wait.
Matter of fact, Tasha, what's the oldest you've ever dated? Let's ask that question, Tasha.
No, years
Look at
apart.
that face. Look at that face.
No.
Look at that face.
Hold up, Drew.
72.
Hold up, Drew. Be careful. Don't ask no
Oh,
questions.
the oldest.
Years apart. Years.
No, I want the age, bro. I want to know the age.
After we get the age after the fact, we want
I
distance.
mean, I think I've had two big gaps.
67.
I know when I was no, we ain't getting crazy. Like no.
Tell us about that flight on the
I was
PJ.
younger, so what I think I might have been 22. I was 21 when I met him, and he was probably 36 at the time. But
Okay.
we continued with 30 years. And then as of late, like this year in January, I went on a date with a guy that was 55. He ain't look like it. I didn't know he was 55. He did not
Right.
look like it. He looked wonderful, but he didn't look like it. But
So what happened?
different. Fresh out of a divorce, like messy. It sounded like real messy. Like I'm not.
Okay.
So yeah, that's as crazy as I've gotten, guys.
We want to hear crazier.
Oh, so about 17 years. 17 years. That's what we talking about. 17 years.
I mean, yeah, I got a little crazy when I was younger, but he looked young too. But
I
you want to know what happened down the line with that guy? You know, fast forward because I met him when I was 21. I was in DC. He was in DC too. And funny enough, one of my girlfriend's aunts, she was from DC, but she was visiting, and she was his age, and she was like, "Oh, I used to be on the scene." I was like, "Oh, you might know him." And he's not on social media, so I had to Google him to pull up a picture. Child, you know when I Google him, his wedding page popped up, and I was like, "We just went on a date like 3 months ago."
No way. Tasha.
Yeah. And that's how I found out he had gotten married again. Yep.
Wait,
So
he got married again?
had been divorced.
was
before I met him
divorced.
the first time. He got divorced early.
Okay.
Yeah, before we met.
Hey.
And then he married he married a young girl too. Yeah.
My man got a type.
Like, oh, this is so interesting. Wow, because I never would have known. He was just talking like everything was normal. Ain't mention, I got married again.
Okay.
I went on a date one time. This girl told me, she was like, "Yeah, I was on a date with this guy. He was just like, yeah, I'm married." Just told her straight up, like, and he just wanted to see if she was gonna be with it, like, just to rock out like that. She was like,
It's
"What?"
scary out here.
That shit
That's
works.
crazy.
I
That
feel
shit-
like that's how New York City is. I feel like everybody's just so comfortable just blatantly being committed or married, and everybody just being with it because everybody's so tied up financially that they can't afford to get a divorce. Or it's either financial or it's like the look of it. Like we still gotta look like
Mm.
that is some bullshit. Yeah.
That was a good. I like that was a good one, Taj. You say they got to maintain the look. Got to keep.
In New York,
That's a thing. That is very much a thing that I've learned up here. Very much a thing. They could be miserable, not sleep in the same bed at night, but they together. They together.
Where do you, if you could pick any state in the United States to date, what state do you feel like is the best state to date?
I'm wasting my time, my money. I'm big mad. At this point, I don't know if there is a place in the States. I feel like I might just need to go abroad.
What?
Broaden our horizons. Because this ain't on nothing.
Spots and think you're gonna find can't move to the worst. DC is like listed as one of the worst. New York is like on the top list for worst.
But you know, I just feel so bad because I just threw all them men in DC under the bus. But I feel so bad because I'm just like, at least I know the places to go, and they would buy a drink. We have a good conversation. We have some kikis. We might hang out. We get our friends together. My friends, your friends. We be friends like all the time in DC.
Yeah.
Here, not even a thing. Not even a thing. Doesn't happen. Not even close. Like I was telling them in the lesson, they just stare at you all night. Like you can be like, give them the eye, give them the, just stare at you.
What, do they want you to walk up to them?
Who in
I
that?
know.
Nah,
I'm not doing that again though. I tried that and I got my face bust. I'm not doing that shit again.
Wait, what?
Wait, time out. What?
You said something?
Yeah. No, he was in a relationship. But yeah, I shot my shot, and he was in a full-blown relationship, and I respected how he handled it. Like he wasn't disrespectful or nothing, but yeah.
How many times you tried that?
Once.
Maybe 3 in my lifetime.
Men do that every day.
Yeah, but why should women?
I make it easy for you. Because if I give you that, I'm just like, come here. I made it easy for you. I met you halfway. Yeah. No, I don't have to do all the work.
I don't think it's possible for you to like shoot your shot and come up with it. You can't catch a fish.
No.
Aren't men hunters?
Yes.
I mean, let me not say that, because there had been moments where I felt like I regretted not saying something. So if a moment comes and it feels like, okay, girl, just say something, I will. But
Think the same way.
do I want to? No. You know, but I would if it came to that, but I don't want to. Like, cause I want to know that they are, cause I don't want that to start like a domino effect. Like I don't want to always be the aggressor, cause I've had that too, where if it starts like that, it ends like that. You know what I mean? Because now I gotta initiate everything.
Right.
I don't want to be the man. I don't want to be the man.
And you too pretty to be the man, friend.
Thanks, girl.
I'm good. I asked my question. She didn't answer that. I am so shocked, but not really now. Because now I realize what's going on. But now I'm just reflecting on my own situation. I'm like, if men are this bad, then why the old girl fumble me? Anyway, I ain't worried about that. We're good. We passed that. We straight.
Did you fumble her, maybe?
No, I don't do that now. I've learned this, and I've had a year to heal up, so I'm pretty much back. I'm like 90% back to where I'm at now. And on top of that, I've been blessed out here in New York. Well, exactly, right. I've met women that have restored my faith in women. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, there's other options. There's other people. I'm like, this is dope. And of course, it's good to have like good friends and stuff. And everyone knows when I pop up, I'm like, oh yeah, there are normal women in the world. See, Tasha's one of the normal ones. Cool. All right, great. So like we ain't got like, you know what I'm saying? But like, and then getting to date some women out here, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, so you can get past that. So I'm good now. But this time last year, your boy was going through it, but I ain't gonna hold it. But we're good now. It's all good.
I wonder why like people don't realize, man, at some point in time you gotta stop and like start putting friendship above relationship. And if you
said start or stop?
Start putting friendship more important than relationship. Let your relationships form from friendships. Like you're not gonna fuck your friend over. And so if you can get to a point where, you know what I'm saying, you have a relationship with somebody and there's a friendship that there's a baseline. Now you ain't got to be best buds, but you got a friendship baseline, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if that person fucks you over and you learned what you needed to learn, but if that person and you got together and it didn't work out or you tried, what you did was you earned two things. You learned the lesson of whether or not you can trust this person because you're still friends with them. you might have a little troublesome time of going through. We were friends, the relationship got a little in the way, things got this and the third, but you move forward. You know what I'm saying? So like your question earlier, circle back, can you have relationships with people that were friends, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah, you can do a lot of things if you do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So if think about it like this, like as time goes on, in certain areas of life, you're gonna realize shit not what it looked like when you look further back. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna be around a lot longer than you think they're gonna be around. And sooner or later, shit gonna start crossing over. Trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, real talk, if a person is your friend and they really your friend, and you're gonna learn who your friends are because they're gonna be there and they not gonna be there, and they're gonna show you and they not gonna show you. So you're gonna find your way through it. People that gonna be around for the longest, you wanna know. And if you find somebody along that way that works for you, cool. But you know, going off the like, what I'm saying is going off like the strictly off you find them attractive or you think everything is great. Yeah, your attraction is there, the lust is there, whatever. But the way things are now, people don't tie real emotions and real feelings into shit. Everything is off a vibe of, you know, I'm vibing with this motherfucker vibe. The vibe ain't gonna take us through these financial problems. The vibe ain't gonna take us through you cheated. The vibe ain't gonna take us through whatever the fuck went wrong. You know what I'm saying?
So thank y'all so much for lending me your time this evening. If y'all want to share with our listeners how they can find you on the internet, or if you have anything coming up that you want to share.
I'm most active on TikTok. My TikTok handle is Lupus Fiasco. I'll also be in Atlanta on September 28th for a BaldyCon conference. So I'll be there the 28th through the 30th. And yeah, all my social media handles are Lupus Fiasco.
Yeah. Mark?
No, AAR Sports with a Z. Everything you look for, that's me.
Right, Drew?
It's Drew. I like that. It's Drew Comments back in the world once again. If y'all want to follow me on anything, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, it's Drew Comments, DREWCOMMENTS. And you know this. New videos coming up on the way. I think y'all gonna enjoy this. I'm hitting hard, and I hope everybody just stay safe, be safe, and yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. Please be sure to download the Secrets of the Opposite Sex app to play from home, subscribe to the podcast, and check out our YouTube channel for extended episodes.